Oh, I just
All right. I think we are live here. I'm just putting the, the camera up here on the back of the shed. And I'm just going to run a live stream here, try something we haven't tried before. And yeah, just give you guys some raw coverage so you can tune in and tune out and tune back in and see what's going on. We're down here at Muskrat River Boat Launch. It's me, Keely, Sam, and Peace Man. All right. And I jumped on. I did a live a little while ago just to show the Argo, I believe, which was really, really cool. He took it for the first test run in the river here. And I don't think it went as fast as he was hoping it was going to go, but it was still really cool to see. So I'll be coming over, checking out some comments off and on. Other than that, I'm just going to leave the camera here and we're just going to stream so you can see some people coming in and see when James comes in. And yeah, so enjoy, guys. We're in Pembroke, right? Pembroke already or not yet? Asking the BC girl? I know.
Where's right outside Meath, Ontario.
Hey Tom, it was good to see you the other day. Still trucking away here. Melissa, you tuned back on. Very cool. I don't know how exciting this live is going to be just because we're not really doing a whole lot of anything at the moment. However, if you guys do know any people in this area, there's a flyer up that you can share. I also did I shared a video this morning that we made that's, really beneficial in regards to James's meeting at Parliament the other day with the MPs. Of course, the media coverage is pushing their narrative, twisting up what he said, making lies. So we just did a little video today of strictly what James said in that interview, how he wants to make it very, very clear that we are not an angry mob. We are not going to occupy Ottawa, that we are not protesting in Ottawa right now. The protest is his march. And then when he arrives in Ottawa, it is a celebration of the ending of his journey, of his march, of the protest. So I can't emphasize enough that we keep on track with that message. He is not protesting in Ottawa. He is not occupying Ottawa. We are not angry mobs. We are going there to celebrate the end of his march, the end of his journey, and then we are there to celebrate Canada Day. So if you have any posts, anybody that you know is going to be arriving there, make sure that they are very, very clear on that message. Thanks so much, Star. My husband does this way better than I do. He's much more talkative than I am. I'm more of an introvert. And my husband he can carry a conversation with himself for hours on end, whereas I run out of things to say. But he had to go home today. He had to go back and check in on the shop. And then we have a wedding that we're catering tomorrow, but he'll be back up on Sunday. So you guys are stuck with me for the next couple of days until he gets back, and then I'll set up all the streams, and then I'll just throw the camera to him like I did when he was here and have him take it over. We stayed at a hotel last night. Actually, it was a really nice hotel, and it was quite interesting to see how Petawawa was, given that it's such a military community and town. We had many people come up to us in support. And we also had people who did not support us. There was a little bit of an ordeal outside of the hotel room last night. We were already sleeping, but Alana, my daughter, was sleeping in the bubble bus, and Sam sleeps in the shed. That's his home. So yeah, I guess somebody came up to the bubble bus and was very unsupportive and threw out a bunch of names and pardon? Pretty much wanted to fight. He told Sam he had some of his friends staying in the hotel as well, and he was getting ready to go and get them, and they were going to come out and kick his ass, basically. But then, fortunately, there was another gentleman, a younger kid, who was also, he was in the military too, yeah?
No, the guy I was talking to was, the kid wasn't.
The kid wasn't, but he was a big supporter. And so anyways, it was quite interesting, but he supported us and they were able to handle it. There were no issues. But, you know, it's absolutely disgusting the way that people are treating us. I just can't wrap my brain around it. And, you know, I had a conversation this morning with a good friend who's also dealing with the same things. Yes, I just can't wrap my mind around how people are so hateful to us. You know, we've yet to show any sort of aggression, any sort of violence in anything that we've done, at any rally, at any protest, in Ottawa, the trucker convoy, Rolling Thunder, this entire journey with James, zero violence. And, you know, we read an article this morning that was posted about us saying that where Holdfast is particularly known for the incident that took place in Peterborough when Meath came into town. And again, started saying that we were making death threats to him. We called for his death. And it's such a bullshit lie. Send me the video. Anybody that writes that kind of stuff, please send me the video and show me where you heard any racial slurs being thrown at him, any death threats. It doesn't exist. It never happened. It didn't take place. And it's just, yep. Why? Sam made a very good point here. He said this happens because the opposition does not love the truth. And I couldn't agree more. Unfortunately, they have to lie to try to, I don't know, justify their narrative, justify their hate towards us.
But even if you don't agree with your opposition, if you love truth, you're still going to represent them correctly.
Exactly.
And I will go to defense for my enemies when I hear certain things that people say that they said that. No, they didn't say that.
No, they didn't.
I heard what they said. I am not for them, but I would rather them honestly sink themselves than me try to help it by forsaking the thick.
Yeah.
Right? Trust,
okay.
Honesty, integrity, and consistency.
Yeah.
And people that are our enemies don't love truth.
Yeah.
Jagmeet Singh is a liar.
He
hates truth, and he doesn't walk in it because he doesn't respect other people's words.
Yeah.
That's the problem. We're missing truth in this. The opposition does not love truth. When you don't love truth, they can't be trusted because they're untrustable, because they twist reality all the time.
Yeah.
If I'm going to lose, I want to lose fairly.
Fairly.
If I want to win, I want to win fairly.
You want to say I did this. You want to say that, you know, at times we've shown we've been emotional and we've thank you. And we've reacted off of emotion and we've made mistakes 100%. Every single time that we've made a mistake or something has been slightly out of line, you know, I go in and I take responsibility for it. I take responsibility for our actions, but don't lie about it. Don't make up things that aren't there. And we're seeing this with the government. Again, with Jagmeet's interview, his interview was yesterday, and he was in there in questions and answers with his baby. And it's so obvious to me what this man is doing. Like, he's the only person who has a baby in the world. We all have babies. We all have children. Quit using your child as leverage to pull on people's heartstrings and try to make them think that because you're holding your baby, you're not going to lie. It's such a farce. It's such a show.
People in Ottawa had babies too.
People in Ottawa had babies too. Exactly. People seeing the bubbles.
Get all day long. I love it.
Yeah. You know, I'm just turning this around here a little bit more. But again, the lies that the media is pushing, that our haters are pushing, is disgusting.
You know what the problem is too? I see the media and even these guys as supply and demand.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
People only buy something. If
Hi.
there's,
How are you?
hey,
How are you?
I'm Jim.
I'm
hey
Nicole.
Jim, you are on a live. You're on a
Pleasure.
live right now. You okay with that?
Oh yeah, sure.
All right. Are you a veteran?
Is this
Oh.
lunch central here?
This is where we are. We're trying to get people. Oh, Sam will take care of it.
No, I just wanted a hug.
No, for sure. But yes, this is. We'd like to go ahead of the team and try to gather people in a more safe, bigger location for them. But he should be arriving here around 1 o'clock. I think we
We
determined.
chatted last night. He said lunch was about 12:30.
That's
I mean,
right.
that's a growing time, right?
Yes.
Did you serve with him?
No, I was not. But I picked up lunch.
Oh,
th-
amazing.
yeah. He
Uh,
ordered Metamate, so
yeah. I'm not sure. We're anticipating around 1 o'clock, so they very well may stop for lunch.
I didn't see
Down
it.
the road a little bit. Oh no?
No, I didn't see it.
Interesting.
Maybe
Maybe. What
they're
time is
stopped
it?
for lunch.
What time is it?
I don't know. What time is it? I don't
I saw
know.
one vehicle over to the right,
Well, it's
over by the
12:09?
12:09.
Yeah, so it's very possible they may have been pulled off the road for lunch.
yeah. Okay. If that's the case, then I'll double back. Because,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
Is that your bus?
This is my good friend's bus. His name is Jim Kerr.
Right.
And
Apologize.
yeah, Jim.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he just
The bubble man.
the bubble, Papa Bubble. Yeah. So it's been an honor to be able to drive this on the road with James and his crew for the last 10 days.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent. Good. Well, so good to meet you.
it's
It's
a
a
pleasure to meet
pleasure.
you.
If they're having lunch down, maybe I'll swim down.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't want to interrupt your live, but I'll
Since he
show
was
you.
in
No,
his
it's okay.
uniform at the
Okay.
protest.
Can I ask you who's on the picture?
That's Mark Diaz. They all serve with Mark.
Okay.
His parents. Hi, good morning.
And stop there for a little bit. I don't know if that's his
Lunch.
truck,
So they all serve.
Lunchtime.
Far away.
but we are right
The Archer.
here,
They serve with.
Muskrat River.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So they're only maybe 10 kilometers,
Okay.
not even.
Okay, so yeah, an hour. So 1 o'clock's going to be about the perfect time. A little bit after 1. Yeah, he marches about 6.5 kilometers an hour. So maybe a little bit longer.
I jumped in for like
Oh, I
2
know.
minutes and I was like,
I know. And I thought I walked fast and I have long legs and I was almost in a jogging mode. You can't capture that on camera.
no,
eh?
you can't.
It just doesn't do it
Yeah,
justice.
my
it looks like
video
he's
just
just
is
walking.
me puffing. The
No.
puffing.
I
Like,
hope
that's
the
the
wind
only.
just stays like this, because then I can fly all the way up to the corner when he comes to the corners,
Yeah.
and then just slowly back
I
up with
was
him.
gonna say, I felt you feel like a kid trying to keep up with her parents in the store.
I know it. Right?
Like racing.
For sure.
They haven't moved. They've been there for the last 10 minutes.
Okay, yeah, so he stopped for lunch. All right, good. Well, we will continue to wait. I just wanted to go in here. There were a couple comments. God bless James Topp. That's right. That's right. That's facts. Yes, the gentleman here, you did hear that correctly. Apparently, he does have some lunch for James's team, which is really awesome. We've seen that a couple of times. Some people, always try to help out in any way that they can. Let me see. You don't have to explain. Let them destroy themselves. You know, we keep telling ourselves that it's a really hard concept to to grasp, Rod, because it just seems like they're picking up momentum on us. The lies that they say is being believed by so many people, and you're right. In the end, the truth will win and come to surface one way or the other, and we have to keep reminding ourselves of that. Tears right now. I'm so happy that James Topp has a lot of support. Absolutely. It seems that there's the deeper and closer that he gets to Ottawa, the more and more support he gets. So we're really excited to be here to witness people being able to support James, because when they were traveling, there was a very, very long, the very beginning of his journey, there was very little support. So it just seems to be getting stronger, and we seem to be getting more momentum as well. So that's amazing. What else have we got here? All right. If you guys know any other pages, feel free to share this stream. It's also streaming on our YouTube page, so we seem to be getting less shadow banned there. So be sure to go over and find the Holdfast YouTube page and subscribe to it, so that you guys can catch some lives as well through that way. That's funny, yeah. That's hilarious. All the comments just came up here. You guys are incredible and have done so much for the country. So proud of you guys. Thank you so much, Rod. You've been a really big support for us, and we appreciate you, and we appreciate, your support. It's really, really important for us to at least know that we're reaching some people, and some people are able to relate and see the truth as well, because it's heavy. I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely heavy on days that you read articles like we read this morning, and it's just such filth. It's such filth, and it's such lies, and it definitely plays on your mental, for sure. And I say that to until you really understand and feel that kind of hate towards you, when you see your name, your business, and pictures of everything that you've put on the line for the well-being of your country, and to just want the truth put out there, and these people run around and make you out to be such violent criminals. It's so there's really no words to describe it. There really isn't. One day they will meet their creator, and that's something that they're gonna have to answer to, is their actions, their filth, their lies, their hate, and their encouragement for other people to possibly injure themselves. I'm just going to be completely frank, in no way, shape, or form, and this will probably get me in trouble. Sorry, I'm pulling on my husband here, Yellow, but to be completely frank, for those of you or for people who believe that they're going out doing the proper thing to save their neighbor, to help their neighbor, it's a complete lie. You're really harming them. You're harming the children. You're harming the future. You're harming the country by not looking a little bit deeper and looking past the media outlets that you're believing, and you're not seeking to find the truth. And I will say that with every ounce of my being, in full belief that we are seeing the truth. There's no denying it. There's enough evidence. There's enough things surfacing. The lies from Justin Trudeau, the decisions he's made all by himself, the lies and unsafe push of these these jabs is absolutely disgusting to me. And we are the ones standing up for the safety of our neighbor and our fellow people and the citizens in our country. And for people to put us down and hate us for doing that is, is just pure evil. It really is. All right.
That's why I'm careful with pro-choice. Yeah, very careful.
Yeah,
Are you
I agree.
still alive?
Yep. She's going to stay on there for a while.
We've had that conversation. We're talking about pro-choice.
Hold on. I'm gonna give you a microphone here because I think this is a really, what is Holdfast has been evolving.
No, it hasn't been.
Not evolving, but progressing. We have kind of shifted a little bit in our message when it comes to choice. Throw that on, Sam. I don't know how far you can take it. But I don't know if you noticed on our cover photo, it says upholding the principles that we all have the right to informed choice. And that one word of informed choice changes everything. It makes the whole entire message different, because when we initially made that message, we were like, yeah, everybody has the right of choice. Well, you do have the right of making a choice, but you have a right of making an informed choice. And that's a complete game changer. Right, Sam?
Yeah, Nicole, I think in my verbiage as well, and in my messaging, I'm not pro-choice.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is that choices always have consequences.
Right.
Right. And it's against the law to kill yourself. You don't have the freedom to choose to take your own life. And there's laws.
Well, I mean, it's changing.
It's changing.
The government's trying to make it legal right now.
Our depraved government with a depraved mind.
Yeah.
And their desire for autonomy over themselves and over others is making these changes. But I mean, if we go back a couple of years, it's against the law to take your life.
Right.
Right. And if you hear someone that's going to be taking their life, you call for help, they get psychiatric help, everything like that. Right.
Right.
So they don't have the choice to take their life. And well, they didn't. That's changing. But I think what's important is to understand that. See you later. That choices have consequences.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, I like the analogy that you use about having a little kid. You put a kid in front of a hot stove, and you tell them, don't touch that. It's hot. You don't look at them and say, well, you have a choice.
Yep. Make
your own choice, but the kid doesn't know or understand that he's going to get burnt.
Yep.
Right?
I want to stop people from making a lot of the choices they're making.
Mm-hmm.
Like killing babies, putting poison into your body. At the end of the day, you know what? That is your choice. I can't stop you from having an abortion. I can't stop you from a vaccine. I can't stop you from castrating yourself. I can't stop that.
No.
But I think loving our neighbor and knowing right and wrong, knowing truth, I think it's our responsibility to try and waiver them from making these decisions that they have been given, because there's consequences to them.
Yeah.
You look at so many women that are depressed, that are dealing with mental health issues because they killed a baby, which is murder. It's not murder one day before the baby is born, but it's murder after the baby is born.
Yeah.
And these women aren't being told the guilt and shame they're going to live with forever. So I'm going to be out there trying to inform them with facts, with truth, with correct decisions, so they make the right informed choice.
Yeah.
So a lot of times I'm not pro-choice. I'm pro-making, like you said, the informed choice, knowing there's consequences, and knowing that there's judgments on our actions and decisions.
Which was something really big in our fight with the jobs, is that we encouraged. We wanted to know where the consent forms were. We wanted to know where what the risks were, what was in these vaccines, and we couldn't get it. People were going to pharmacists asking them for that information.
Yeah.
It didn't exist. People were lining up at these children vax clinics, And there was no consent forms. There was nothing. They all of a sudden said at 16 years old, you can go and get this without parental consent. But then they weren't sitting down and explaining to these teenagers what they were getting. They were just lining up to get these vaccines because they couldn't get into a movie theater, because they couldn't hang out with their friends, because they couldn't play sports, because they couldn't eat at a restaurant. And where was the information to them? Well, guess what? Right now, this is causing blood clots. This is causing heart attacks. This is causing strokes. This
mitochondria,
is myocarditis. These are all the risks. And do you think that if they sat down and explained those risks to the people that were lining up to get these vaccines, they still would have rolled their sleeve up?
And Nicole, when you love somebody, you want them to make good choices.
Exactly.
Like you said, you tell your kids not to touch the stove.
Yeah.
Right? No, go ahead, touch it. Walk in your freedom of choice. You know they're going to get burnt. You know they're going to get hurt, but you're going to actually, what's the word? You're going to promote them to have their choice. It's the whole issue of parenting. It's a whole issue of experience. Don't go there. Don't do that. Don't do this because I've done it, or I've seen someone that it's happened to, or I know the science says that this is what's going to happen. Adams don't change their mind.
Or not even saying don't do this, but saying this is what's going to happen. This is a possibility. It's like people who go out and want to buy a house, or a car. You have questions. You want to get in a what is it on the house where they go and they check it and they make sure the
home inspection.
A home inspection.
Yeah, good point.
A home inspection. When you go to buy a vehicle, you want to find out, has it been in a car accident? How many kilometers to a liter does it get? How are the tires? Do the brakes work? Is there any engine lights on? You ask these questions before you spend your money.
Yep.
But for some reason, it seems like people have been so brainwashed into just trusting their life to the government and walking and just getting this whatever it is injected in their body, not once, not twice, not 3 times. They're on they're on the 4th one, and it's being proven that it's not preventing it. It's not keeping you from getting more ill, and in fact, more people who are fully vaccinated are in the hospitals getting more sick from these variants that the vaccine has caused than unvaccinated.
Go out there and talk to people, Nicole. I know you do. I do.
Mm-hmm.
And just go ask a question to these people. A 2-part question. Ask them if they trust the media or the government.
Yeah.
What's the first thing they're going to say? Oh, no.
No, I don't.
Except for Ukraine and the vaccine.
Yeah.
So now you start to get to pick and choose when you think you trust the government.
Yeah.
Right? Like I was saying earlier when the gentleman pulled up. To me, this becomes a supply and demand issue with the government, with the media. When you think of trade, right? The amount of demand requires the amount of supply,
Mm-hmm.
right? And if you don't have a good product, people stop buying it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to have supply because the demand's not there. If we were to really love truth and use the same principle with the media, with the government, and what they're telling us, the media would no longer have any supply, any demand, and not be able to supply it because they're not going to be selling anything because people aren't going to be buying and listening to what they're saying, right? And it's no wonder, this Bill C-11, right? It's a threat that we're doing what they're doing because at least with live streaming, you're bringing the choice. Here's the video, here's the people, here's the event, here's what's going on. Look for yourself. Mm-hmm. And this thing that I'm not afraid to say anymore is that a lot of Canadians, a lot of humans are very stupid. And stupid, you're not born like that. Mm-hmm. It's a choice.
Yeah, for sure.
When you don't love truth, when you don't want to get the facts, when you don't want to understand reality and how all these things work, and you're told by the government that truth is subjective, appeal to your emotions, that makes you stupid.
Yeah.
Instead of questioning things and wanting to find the truth, to be able to verify it and explain it. So a lot of people are stupid and they choose to be stupid.
Yeah.
But you can also make the choice to become informed, to love truth, and change your stupidity to wisdom.
Yeah.
And the government is feeding you all these lies. We talked about before, how do you trust anything they've ever said when you can watch the video of what Tom said, what James said, what Dr. Alexander said, okay, and then you go and get a little clippet of what they say to be able to reverse the whole thing. These people are lying. They're distorting reality.
They did it with us in the Jag Meat situation.
And
I totally get it.
Absolutely.
And you know, the other thing is that
that man is not wearing like the big word going around, his religion on his he's wearing his religion on his head.
Yeah.
He's definitely not wearing it in his heart.
Right.
Because any true faith, the Ten Commandments are very, very clear. Do not give false testimony.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that.
One of the biggest things that I've learned being out here on the road is that, I mean, if you want to get into the battle of the scientists, I mean, we've had many proclaimed scientists stepping forward and saying that this is speaking out, putting their licenses on the line, saying that this is not right and something is wrong. And then you've got other people trying to follow, you know, Dr. Piggott in Peterborough, or, you know, other, I don't even know who they're listening to, because whoever it is. But at the end of the day, just in the last probably 5 days, I have spoken to 3 people in particular, and had heard of a total of around 12 people who they know have recently died, and healthy people. I'm talking about top of the line health, dropping dead of a heart attack, in the hospital with myocarditis, dying from cancer after they've been in remission for years, just unexplained deaths. And nobody wants to connect the dots here. Nobody wants to go, oh, you know, all these athletes have been unable to partake in any kind of these sports because of chest pain. This isn't coincidental. This is,
oh, come on, Nicole. Follow the science. This is climate change. This is all climate
people
change.
People have heart attacks. People die. Yes,
kids
they
have
do.
strokes. People get myocarditis after needles. This is all climate change, folks.
I know somebody who just in the last 2 weeks have lost 3 employees at their job, and they are vaccinated. They're triple vaccinated, as a matter of fact. And she's pretty much in a panic right now because she's going, I've lost these employees, and it doesn't make any sense. Just random, out of the blue, dying of heart attacks. And video is terrible, but the connection is no good. It's better now. All I did was touch the phone. Code B 123.
Is that code B123?
Code B 123.
Code B123.
We miss you, brother.
Hi from the bubble bus in the shed.
I know. But
is he coming to Ottawa?
Are you coming to Ottawa, Code B? But back to it's fine on your end, Melissa. Just start asking people if they know of anybody who has all of a sudden had a shift in health, been sick. Because I know more people who are sick, who've lost family members, who've lost friends. More of those people just in the last year than I've heard of anybody dying or getting sick from COVID. There we go. I had my neighbor tell me to relax with my energy to shovel. Oh, hold on a second. She works in the hospital, and she tells me back in February that the hospital is full with people with heart attacks from shoveling. So sad that people can't see the truth. Let's go, James. Freedom. Yeah. We're getting more snow. Yeah. And, you know, we've talked to many people who work in the hospital. Actually, I know we had a conversation with a nurse the other day, and she was saying that the amount of nurses that are working in the hospitals who've actually gone out and gotten fake vaccine passports to be able to keep their job is a hell of a lot more than you could imagine. She said there are so many of them who refuse to get the jab, but yeah, they needed to keep their jobs, so they got fake vaccine passports.
And they feel guilty for doing it.
Yeah.
They
do. Because they're treating all these people who are coming in with adverse side effects, and they're employed because they have a fake passport.
Support line, which you have such, and controversial issues, by the way, I love, and they're very, very important. Because whenever you have a controversial issue, that's where we have to go.
Yeah.
That's what you have to talk about.
To find the truth.
Exactly. There's always an injustice when you're dealing with controversial issues, and that's not what hockey team you cheer for. I'm talking about controversial issues with massive implications and thought, reason, intellectual, moral, conscious issues.
Yeah.
Controversial issues, and you have to ask the question. Can you sometimes blame these people? They have lives, they have jobs, their constitution was molested, right? The government's really into molestation, especially with their own constitution. So that their constitution was molested, and they feel that they don't want to lose their job, their family, they have bills to pay, but they know that this is so dangerous that they can have them dead for 1 to 5 years, and they want to be able to support their families and raise their kids. So they opt out to have to go and pay thousands of dollars to have something that tells them that they are what they're not.
Yeah.
What's the government going to do when we start losing a whole bunch more of these people if they come down with these, whether it's a chip or something that ensures that you can't get around it? And we start losing more and more and more.
Yeah.
With Jag Meath, to me, it's a complete insult and a lot to his own faith as well.
Yeah.
Because, like I said earlier, people say he wears his religion on his head. You know what? True faith, true religion comes from the heart. You don't have to put something on your head to symbolize it.
Yeah.
First of all, you know what? You tell the truth.
That's right.
And you see the 10 Commandments, the first 4 have to do with our relationship with God, and the next 6 have to do with our relationship with each other. And if you're lying, it is a sin, and you're distorting reality. You're making something happen when in fact it did
not happen.
And this man is a fake. He's a phony. He's a liar.
Yeah.
He's not to be trusted.
Well,
These people need to be put on war crimes.
Yeah. He called all of his constituents terrorists. Terrorists.
Yeah.
All of his constituents.
This man has his mom
disgusting.
wife for him. He's got his food made for him.
Yeah.
He's got people that do everything. He's got no idea what the real world is, what it's like driving a truck, driving a tractor, doing the trades, everything else. But especially the vets.
Yeah.
This man, his blatant attack and disrespect to the veterans of this country, the way he addressed Tom Marazzo and James Topp and a dumb doctor with more PhDs than this guy has an IQ.
Yeah.
Right, discrediting it because it's going against his agenda.
Exactly.
These people need to be held account, and they need to be held account for what they say, and they're liars. This guy is a liar. Yeah. Don't trust anything he says.
Yeah.
Your family's in danger with this man, and society's in danger with these people because they don't tell the truth. All you have to do is go watch that video very carefully. Every time that these people go and criticize and change the script to try to demonize them, go take the quote that they said and blow it up and take the whole quote, whether it's a video, whether it's an article in a paper or whatever it is. Go get the full things, because I can make anyone say anything they want if I clip and edit.
Yeah, for
sure. No problem. But take things in full context. This is the issue.
One of the biggest things I think that we need to realize here is that, when you're talking about not having any respect for the military or vets, that goes to show what kind of character you have anyways. But let's just think about this for a second. We have Veterans for Freedom. They have got over 1,000 members. Now, these vets didn't wake up one morning and go, oh, well, I just spent 28 years of my life devoted to my country and to my people, and today I'm just gonna throw that all away. No, these vets are seeing what is wrong, and they have the integrity to stand up and walk away from something that unless you're a vet, you wouldn't even understand the devotion and the dedication and the loyalty that they've had to being a vet and to serving their country and protecting the citizens. And they've walked away from it and put their whole entire career on the line, and they're being chewed up and spit out. Now, that tells me one of two things. It tells me they're completely careless on what they've done, what they've devoted their life to, or that tells me that there's something a little bit bigger that's driving them a little bit harder to put everything on the line, as Roy and I did with Peter Burgers. You think we just put all our blood, sweat, and tears into opening up our restaurant, all of our money, and we just put it all on the line to lose everything, to lose our home? We're close to a retirement age almost at this point. I mean, not that close, but closer than I'd like to admit. Yeah, I know, right? So let's just throw it all away. Throw away our business. Put up with all of this hate. My kids' pictures are on, pages, and we've got all these stupid, fake Twitter accounts about us. We've had, shit letters mailed to us, butcher knives left at our back door, and you think we're just doing this for fun? Like, what are we gaining out of this? Because it's certainly not money. It certainly isn't fame. It certainly isn't our business. It certainly isn't retirement. We've got $3,000 in charges, a level 3 noise complaint summons to go to court. We're dishing money out to lawyers. Like, what do these people who aren't awake think that we are accomplishing by standing out here day in and day out, getting eaten alive by mosquitoes and sunburn and dirt and no place to sleep, and marching 50 kilometers a day?
Limited showers.
Give me a break here. Like, there's nothing here for us except for the fact that we believe, we like truth, and we care about our neighbor, and we care about our country. We care about our children's futures. And you've got over 1,000 military veterans standing up and saying something is wrong. And anybody who wants to disregard that and say they're liars or they're domestic terrorists, you're absolutely sick in the head. There's no other way that I can put it. You're absolutely sick in your head, and there's seriously something wrong there.
And you know what, to add to that, could you imagine Afghanistan? The amount of years they spent there?
No.
The fact that even the amount of equipment the States left, all the sacrifices veterans made. We just talked to Joe this morning. I think he had the picture on his he's a vet, on his vest of I think he called him 112.
Yeah.
So close family friend, son and friend was 112 servicemen that died in Afghanistan out of 158. Mm-hmm. And they just pulled out of Afghanistan everything that they did, and they just walked away and left that disaster. Yeah. Could you imagine how these people are feeling? Like all what they did was all in the sense of a waste. It's such a disrespect to our military. What these people take for granted at the hands of the military's sweat, blood, and what these people that haven't died to come back and have to live with. It's a disgrace.
You know what's really interesting is that we just found out the other day that they've been lying to us about our military. And and we almost here in Canada do not have a military. They are so short-handed.
Yeah, they put a freeze on
in the States. In the States, the terminology that we use is stop loss. So what a stop loss is when somebody in the military is getting discharged, or files that they're done and they want to go home. The government says, no, you can't. We still need you. We still need your service, and you don't have a choice. And ultimately, they call it a stop loss. And a lot of guys will often flee because it's a crime. They can be arrested and charged and put in prison for walking away. And so, like I said, that is the American terminology used for it. But up here right now, what is happening is a lot of a lot of people in the military have filed for a discharge. They don't want to be a part of it any further. They want to retire. They want to walk away without.
Drive a truck. I even love that.
Yeah, and the Canadian government is telling them no. They're denying the paperwork going in for them to be to walk away, to be discharged, because our military is in such a crisis right now.
You should call it freedom loss.
A freedom loss.
Freedom loss.
Yeah, that's the Canadian terminology. But you know what? It's out there. You're not gonna get the information by sitting on the couch in front of your television and expecting mainstream media to give you this kind of information. It is out there for you to find, to see that the government has been lying about how many military men they have that are fully vaccinated, and how our military is strong right now. It's not. It's almost non-existent, and they're starting to deny the paperwork for the men who want out.
Well, their numbers are so screwed.
It's disgusting.
Just get a clipboard and go for a walk. The only people that I meet that are not vaccinated.
Oh yeah, tons.
I'm no statistician. I'm not doing it correctly. And just getting sort of my own organic algorithms by people that I talk to. Mm-hmm. But I at this point, especially this second blitz, I'd say it's almost 50% that are gone. And this government is lying.
Yeah.
They're liars. Like, these guys are associated with psychopaths.
Oh no, totally.
They're lying. Oh, just tell the truth.
Just tell the
truth. And you know what?
It's so difficult.
Just tell the truth. And sometimes, you know what? We do make mistakes. Everyone says, well, I'm not perfect. But they lie all the time to make it out to be like they are.
Yep.
So let's just start telling the truth. Let's have a bit of humility and admit when we're wrong. I made a mistake. This, that, and come clean. But this lying has to stop. And even our side.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Absolutely.
I called people to counsel. I remember a situation in Ottawa where something happened that was very, very minor, and two guys went and said, we're going to say that this is happening, this is going on. Like, so you want to lie about it? Yeah, they do it all the time. No, sorry,
No.
Stop right there. This is why we have hundreds of thousands or millions of tons of metal and rubber and plastic and wood in front of parliaments and in Ottawa, because we don't like them lying. Mm-hmm. So if you don't like them lying, don't lie themselves and justify them lying by you doing it to yourself. And there's no such thing as a white lie.
Yeah.
They're all dark.
Yeah.
Some don't have the effects that bigger ones do.
Sure.
But a lie's a lie.
Yeah. No, for
That's
sure.
it. A lie's a lie.
It says here, the Canadian Forces is hiding a full-blown retention crisis, blocking members from leaving and halting releases to try and stop the bleeding. These insane, unscientific, dogmatic mandates have now created a national security threat. It's worse than you think. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
How about people that are considering even signing up for the military?
Well, you know, that's really why.
Ask some questions.
Yeah. So the one of the leaders of Vets for Freedom was a recruiter, and the reason why he walked away is because in good faith, he couldn't bring himself to lie to any young men or men who were trying to come and wanted to sign up to join the military. And that's why he ultimately walked away, because he had more integrity to do the right thing and dignity, to do the right thing and to say, I cannot do this. This is not right. And I will not do this.
Men had a healthy conscience.
Yeah.
You can have the Bible talks about having a seared conscience.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that, a seared conscience where
Yep.
it's still there, but it's burnt to a crisp.
Yep.
And it's no longer allowed to sense right and wrong, or to have desire for integrity, as you said, for dignity,
Mm-hmm.
and for morality and doing the right thing. You have a seared conscience.
Yeah.
I mean, if you could smell a seared conscience, could you imagine what it would smell like in our government?
No.
For all these liars that are lying to Canadians,
Yeah.
harming Canadians.
Yeah.
And you know what? We want this to stop.
Yeah.
You know, we call them public servants. This guy's making pretty impressive coin.
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
usurped.
They don't care. You know what?
Tapping
Follow
the
the dollar. Money
corruption.
is one of the roots. Well, money is the root of.
Jesus said it, and it doesn't matter whether it's abortions. And we'll watch that, right? What's it called? What is a woman?
Yeah.
When you, I forget the numbers now, but it's somewhere between $1 million and $1.5 million dollars that they make in a lifespan off of all these medications you have to take to alter your whatever your sex or gender, however they're saying that.
Yeah.
I mean, that is, like you said, every kind of.
Well, I mean, all you have to do is look at the bank accounts of Mr. Justin Trudeau, Mr. Doug Ford. I mean, they've literally gone, from a net worth of like $2 million to like 30 in the last couple of years. It's absolutely, they are making money off of our lives, and just that all by itself. Like, I mean, you don't even have to have any further evidence to anything except for the fact that these men who are running our country have become rich off of our pain and our suffering, our division, the division they've put onto us, losing our businesses, putting us in lockdown, forcing these, unproven jabs. It makes my stomach literally curdle. It's disgusting.
Like all these people, that are stupid by choice.
Mm-hmm.
Go do the math and figure this out. Why is it that the government is supporting free choice for abortion, but not over your bodily autonomy? People want to wake up and wonder how much money that these women that are having abortions, that the government is making off of every aborted baby in there. And I'm sure the more that the first trimester is worth X number, second is worth a whole lot more, third trimester, it's a gold mine. Mm-hmm. You're just starting out the numbers of what these baby parts have been making off for medicine, cosmetics, all these things, research, right? And what is a lot of abortion clinics in the States too, I believe, the abortion is free. Mm-hmm. We're just going to take the baby and make the money off those parts. Yeah. Why don't you ask yourself, why is the government not defending your choice for a vaccine, your bodily autonomy? Mm-hmm. That they're promoting this, because these women that are getting abortions are money factories for the government. Mm-hmm. They're making them the tons. Yeah. And they ain't getting no cut in it. Yeah. It's about, like you said, to look for every kind of people.
Yeah. No, for sure. But let me see here. Hopefully, what time is it? Hopefully we're going to have James rolling up here. 12:50. He should not be...
James said he was about 5 kilometers away.
Okay. So he should be coming around here shortly. Awesome. I'm going to...
Here.
No, it's okay. I'm
Nicole will be right back. As you see the beautiful bubbles falling, there's single bubbles, there's unity bubbles, where many of them are unified together very peacefully. They're very beautiful to watch, very soothing and disarming. James should be here shortly. And folks, Keely, how far are we from Ottawa? Like, we're somewhere around 150K? That's like 3 days of walking for James, 150K. We're getting so close. From here? Yeah. About 100 from here. Yeah. So after today, he's going to be within 2 walking days. He's even on time with maybe a little bit of extra time to some wiggle room. What a mission! I mean, leaving February 20th and walking across Canada. Just go pull out a map or a globe and put your finger on the Terry Fox Memorial in Vancouver, and then put your finger on Ottawa. And then look at the space in between these two places. And I mean, look at Canada on the globe, spin it around and see how big Canada is than most other countries. In some places, he's probably walked across 10, 15 countries. But look on a globe, the amount of space this man has walked from February 20th. It is absolutely something that is so hard to fathom. What Terry Fox did too, and I believe it was Rick Hansen in the wheelchair. I think that's his name. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Hey, that's Mom on there. Hey, Mom. Mom's on the channel. Love you, Mom. And Ruth. Ruth is is our dog. Miss her as well. Fast, so sad. Peace, love, freedom. Yeah. The amount he walked is incredible. And I walked 6K with him, and after I was like, this is nothing. There's nothing for me to be complaining about because this man does this with a 30-pound rucksack. I had no weight on my back. 30-pound rucksack, 50K average a day. I mean, try that for one day with a rucksack at 50K. And I mean, most people can't even do that, let alone do this day after day after day. And I have to say too, hanging out with his crew, James could have done this alone. The logistics involved in this. If James had to do this just by himself with a rucksack, and all the logistics he'd have to do on his own, it would take so much longer. And how his crew has made it possible. Hey, Nicole.
What's up?
Just the success in this. James having the mental fortitude, and the desire, the mission focus on doing this, and just living with the pain, living with the extra, the grown shoe sizes, all this stuff. But his crew has been amazing as well. And when you see James and you meet James in Ottawa or anywhere, I really encourage people to walk up and hug the people as well, with the Canada Marches shirts on. And half the crew is civilian, and half is our vets with that really incredible military mindedness, that military. What's the word I'm looking for? Just the way that they do things. Their ethic. Mm-hmm. Their ethic is unbelievable. But remember, when James walks into Canada, or when he walks into Ottawa, and if his crew is walking with him, you see those Canada Marcher shirts, I would go give these people a hug as much as James as well. Yeah. And thank them for what they're doing. And a lot of these guys, James doesn't walk alone. And when you see James walking with a group of people, trust me, that is not how it's always been. When you get into the more desolate areas of Canada, it's just them, the road, their motorhome, the trees, the elements, the weather, all this stuff. And a lot of them have been with them from the start and shortly after. So go give some hugs and some respect and thank you. And you'll see there's always some people from this crew walking with them. So a lot of these people are walking 10, 15, 20, 30K a day with James. So go say hi to the crew. I love these guys too. And thank them for what they're doing because they've made it possible with James and with Christian and Dave and Tom and Jordan and Esther and Dan and Tyler.
Logan.
Logan, the photographer, the brother and sister. So many names I'm trying to remember here with the whole crew.
I always like to go back here and try to read Irina's. Yeah. Oh. Yep. She says, appreciate all that you are doing for freedom of choice. Keep spreading the truth. Brad, I thought it was a conflict of interest that the politicians aren't supposed to make money with their businesses while they're in politics.
He didn't think it is. He's right. It's
Crystal,
good point, brother.
We appreciate that. She says, we're grateful, so grateful for all of you. Hold fast. We are going to be holding fast, Melissa, always. All right. I want to walk up over here, if that's okay. Let's unplug this. I'm going to unplug this. Peace Man gave me this really cool, well, he didn't give it to me, but he put my phone in this really cool stand here. I just want... No. I'm just going to turn the camera here because it seems that he's going to be flip camera. I don't know if I want to... No, I don't like the mirror image.
We don't have a lot of people here today.
Nope.
But we have one man that's making up for many, a celebrity in the freedom movement. There he is with his beard. Peace Man.
Hi, y'all. How you doing?
Good.
We are supporting James, I hope.
Yeah, lots of supporters on here.
I posted I have to put my glasses on, excuse me. I posted the other day that the nurses, the doctors, the lawyers, they all tried to fight to give Canadians a voice. Then the truckers I stood in peace with, along with countless amounts of Canadians from every creed, color, religion, and they couldn't get a voice. Can one man unite us all and get us a voice? I think it's possible. Because this is an organization like the government that is being run right now. The government is ours. I love my government. It is the unfortunately failed leaders and failed opposition that has put us in this position right now. I speak from my heart and from my experience. I'm a government employee, never broke a law, still have never broken a law.
No.
So just hold fast, everyone, because there's things coming up. There's things coming up.
I love it. Somebody says, I love you, Peace Man. Star Cap.
I love you, Valkyrie.
That's amazing. Did you see him up here?
Nope, not yet.
Not yet?
No, he's about 5 kilometers out. Just a little under.
All right. I need to get one of these suckers. This is nice. The stand. We got the flag here. And he's going to be coming from down there. I thought they were saying that he was coming around the corner, so I wanted to come out here, but it looks like we've got a little bit of time still, which is fine. Nice little spot.
Actually, I'll be giving this to James, and it just says, I stand with you on your message of dialogue and peace. Gainally, peace man.
I love it. Very cool. Alright, I'm just going to put this back up here, flip the camera around again. Front camera. Sorry for my fingers in the camera. I'm just going to set this back up. Hopefully James will be arriving soon. This camera's weird. I'm not sure which is the right view. Is the mirror view better or the, let's see. This almost makes more sense to me when I'm looking at it anyways. Put this in. I'm gonna see if I've gotten any messages from the crew yet. I wonder if I get out of this screen. Let me just check mine. No, it's there. Ah.
Who is James?
Who is James Topp?
Who is James?
This is like, who's John Gold?
Exactly.
We're live streaming right now.
Exactly.
You okay with that? We're live streaming right now. You okay with that? We'll start that.
Exactly. Where it came
I assumed it.
from. Yeah.
Actually, I got the shirt in there that says who's James Topp on it. Yeah, so he's
I'm trying to see here. Okay, I think we're good. Sorry, guys, you're just getting a close up of my face here while I'm trying to. Oh, Judy. Yes, Judy is here with Peace Man. Okay.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
So, how's been living in the shed been?
Good, good. I don't know if we're still live or not. Oh, we are. Oh, we are. Before we go back, or James to show up. No, it's been good. Good. Love this little things. You're still live here?
Huh?
You're still live?
Yep. Of course.
It's hot, eh?
It's
Imagine when James is
like a sauna in that bus right now. Where's that little fan, Keely?
What we had yesterday or the day before?
The little one that we kept charging the batteries to.
If we plug that in,
Is
let
it?
me know. events.
Okay.
So we got our new booster pack set up. Thanks, Mom. Very, very kind gift. Our booster pack. It's we can charge vehicles with a little box. Is that thing fully charged? No, the booster pack. Is it green? It's almost there. Orange? Okay. Yep.
Video's almost up.
Which one is it?
Randy.
Oh, nice. Yes.
That was
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, viewers, we had a great interview yesterday with a real amazing guy that I met. I heard about him from my crew, but you gotta meet this guy. His name is Randy. He's in the Petawawa area, and he's I think he's regional head for Action for Canada. Just a precious soul. And the interview was very unique because we just talked a few words outside, didn't know each other. Obviously, we're both brothers and under this flag, and we had a conversation, and there was just so many beautiful like-minded threads that emanated in the conversation, and I just really enjoyed the conversation because we basically got to know each other on camera, and we had a lot in common, a lot of the same convictions, and I really suggest for you to go on there. Keely went and Keely's working on putting it. So where's it going to be, Keely, on Freedom Tour?
Yeah, the Facebook.
So Facebook Freedom Tour. Look for that. What did you title it as?
Just interview with Randy from Action for Canada.
Interview with Randy, Action for Canada. Two kind of sort of maybe eccentric characters on getting to know each other, and I say that in a respectful sense to Randy. Love this man, brilliant guy. This guy's a rock star. I mean, he's a professional musician. He was in the military, a school teacher, a curriculum expert. Just the list goes on and on. A wife, a father. Very involved in his community, obviously Action for Canada. I'd really, recommend people to go to Action for Canada website and see the great work these people are doing, and taking action in our communities, in our province, in this country over these big crises and issues. And also, every time I meet these people at Action for Canada, we have Francine in North Bay, amazing woman, real heart for Action for Canada. And Dan, our co-host with me in the little shed, Rob the Dan, has done some speaking for them as well. And these great people, Action for Canada, we got to really get behind them as well. And they're an incredible resource for being informed. You'll see them with tents oftentimes at freedom events and speakers from Action for Canada, like so many organizations that are just so great. Police on Guard, Vets for Freedom, the list goes on and on and on and on. Action for Canada is another one of them. I wish I had the list just to be able to give them all credit. Mama Bears and Hot Mamas, Frontline Nurses. Help me out, Kelly. You with so many great organizations. It was just great alliances that we all have under this flag. Gotta get used to reading this. Quota B123. You're still here. I'll be there with you this afternoon. The mod network will be where? What, in Ontario? And obviously, Holdfast, an incredible, which goes without saying, we're on this page right now. Not tooting our own horn, I'll toot the horn for Holdfast, and we're partnered with them. Roy Nicole making made incredible sacrifices. Not just for them, just for the sake of freedom with their business. They get all kinds of false allegations, all kinds of false things that have been said about them. And I know them, I love them, I trust them. I've been with them for a long time, and we're spending a lot of time together with Roy, Nicole, Anna, and even their other daughter back home. Really precious young woman. These are very amazing people, and what Holdfast has done when you see these shirts out there. Try to get one. Try to get some merch. That Holdfast. We've got some hats. You want to get some hats? We have them at the shed here. And what else are the merch we have? We have some stickers, bandanas. Keely here, he's modeling right now on one of the Holdfast hats. There's a variety of Holdfast hats. There's a Camo Sam's actually in the area as well. And you always see her wearing the Holdfast hat. Remember, we saw Jerry McKenzie wearing the Holdfast hat. I was talking to Jessica's dad a few weeks ago in New Brunswick, and sure enough, the man had a Camo Holdfast hat on. They're all over the place. Get them, wear them. Great organization. It stands for so much good opposed to what all our haters say. So Timber Traveler, shout out to Peace Man. He's over there looking on, waiting for James. You shouldn't be far around the corner. Oh, look at all these people that love Peace Man. It's beautiful to see. Great guy. Oh, there's Mom sharing. So very grateful for all of you. Land for life, praise. Mom's just on there, all kinds. Hey, Mom. Thought it was a conflict of interest. I'm not used to reading all these things as I'm talking, so please give me some time to get that fluidity going. It's great too. We have the shed set up here. It's awesome. We've got a marine battery. We got and a big thanks out to John back in North Bay with his expertise in computers and everything and mechanics. We have a Starlink now. That's right. This communication is coming from Starlink. Thank you, Elon Musk, for Starlink. We had it when we started a live from the shed in Ottawa, and we had a Starlink there, and now we have one as well. But this one is RV, and for all those people out there, you hear a lot of it doesn't work while you're driving. Actually, so far for me, it has. I'm sure Starlink is working on making it functioning. Probably betting for 1,000 with it functioning all the time. But so far, I've had no problems. So the thing works as when we're driving. But we have an inverter in here, and we have power packs in here. We have the plug-in for USBs for electrical. So we got all our stuff that's charging in here, so we can power all of the Starlink and all of our tools, and also a fan when we need it because it gets really hot out here. Just got to remember sometimes to start that truck and power the battery because if we let it run too long, it will die out. But before my trip, Mom bought me a NoCo power pack. These things are great, folks, for emergencies too. It's over there, but it's about this big, and it's got booster cables on it, and it'll give you several boosts on your vehicle. Hope they appreciate the free advertisement, but there's all kinds of brands out there. These ones are. This is the big one. It's about this big, and there's a smaller one for cars, but this is for trucks and transports. And all you have to do is hook it up to the posts, push a button, and run around to the vehicle, and it starts. Unless you have some other mechanical issue, it's just a low battery. It will charge it right away. If you have alternator issues, it doesn't repair that. But yeah, it's awesome. So now if we're not stuck, if we end up killing the battery, we can just run around, plug that thing up, and boom, we're gone. On to the next location. It's a great tool. And Nicole, you remember the messes that we've been in without that thing being charged? When the battery dies in the truck. Yeah. Now we have an installation to problems when we just run around and charge it with that. So yeah, just talking to people about our Starlink and our electric setup, and our great tech here guy. I don't know what to call Keely. He's got so many titles. He's an amazing artist. Does a lot of our camera work and put stuff on, graphic arts. That's Keely. Look at that. See, that handsome face doesn't need a makeup artist, doesn't need nothing. It's all there, natural, ready to go. Mentally intelligent, but good-looking young man. Love having him around. He's like a nephew to me.
I love that idea. Stephanie says you guys need to have a Peter Burger's food truck.
Yeah, that definitely has been discussed. Wouldn't that be something to have along with the crew? Hey, it's you guys. Oh, there's a precious couple that's just. We're doing live, so if you don't do it in front of the camera, stay away. Stay away. If you want to do the camera, jump in and say hello.
Hi.
Oh, well, we're talking about these Holdfast hats in New Brunswick on Jeremy McKenzie's head everywhere. Here's another Holdfast hat, another full Holdfast supporter with the same values.
We came to buy more shirts.
We came to buy more shirts. Yeah. Can I tell how I met you?
Yes.
Okay, you know what? Many of you out there, amazing Canadians. This lady here hosted us. Her family hosted us and James Topp's crew the other day on the day off. And actually, that's where they did a lot of the interviews of the crew and really getting you know who the crew is, and it was in your yard. You had a beautiful bonfire.
Yep.
You fed us that potato salad. It was incredible. um, uh, uh, all of the pasta salads were incredible.
Awesome.
You know, hamburgers, hot dogs, and you came everywhere. There was vegan menu there as well. You were very, very.
It was a
caring.
pleasure. I support this 150,000%.
Oh, your
Keep on fighting.
hospitality,
Keep on fighting.
Rudy
Right?
Juventus, everything.
Yeah.
We just appreciate
So there,
you
you know where the
guys,
big stop
and,
is?
and
No.
you represent many people because there's many out there that like you.
Set of lights
And I'm
on
so
the
glad I
highway
got to
down
know
there.
you. And you know, you're in a real. These guys, like I said, she's.
Two sets of lights down.
You're in Randy's area, right?
Yes.
So Randy's one of your freedom fighting
That's
brothers.
right.
And I met a few of you guys for a few towns across those communities around your. What town is it? Is
It was Point Alexander, Deep River.
Okay, so
Ontario.
Deep River, Chalk River, Petawawa,
Pembroke.
Pembroke. There is extremely solid freedom fighter communities with Action for Canada, which you're part of as well.
Yep.
Action for Canada, we got an amazing one back home. We have our own Francine. The pedigree seems very high with Action for Canada, and these people are doing amazing work. So, you know, if you have people out there, if you're a freedom fighter, you're a little shy, whatever it is, these groups are out there. There's a very, very tight-knit, loving community. If you're on the fence, if you're on the wrong side of the fence and you're inquiring, I strongly suggest so Action Canada has a website.
Yeah, Action for Canada. We're very present on Telegram. We are part of the Deep River chapter, but the Renfrew County chapter is larger, and there's also a Petawawa chapter.
Okay, so if someone's when you go on the website, does it give you the specifics to certain towns and everything?
Yep,
so
there'll
that
be
you
a
can
list
find
of
your
all
town?
the chapters. If you look up your town, and you can click on it and email directly.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And you know, also a beautiful part of the country. I got to go have a quick bath there in the Ottawa River. So I mean, you know what? The scenery is incredible. You got mountains. I mean, Canada. Obviously, James Topp, his photographer Logan is amazing. We'll find out later exactly what website it is of all the pictures James has taken. You see the beautiful landscape all over Canada, from the prairies to the mountains to everything, but the beautiful land of these massive rolling hills. A lot of them too. They're on this side, but you're looking over the Quebec side of the river as well, and it's absolutely. I mean, it's breathtaking. You know, the large river and the wildlife and everything, and you have a beautiful little area. And I think you're finding a lot of people that are starting to vacate the large metropolitan facilities.
We've actually offered to sever. Somebody from our group wants to move away from the town.
Get them in here.
We're
Get them in here.
We're going to sever a chunk of our land and potentially sell it to them. So
Yeah. I find that the freedom communities and the people that are, like I said earlier, there's a lot of stupid Canadians, a lot of stupid people in the world, and like I say, people aren't born stupid; they choose stupid. Right? It's a choice to not love morality, to not love logic, to not love facts, and that you know how it all understanding the manifestation of justice results in freedom.
that's right.
That's what I like to say. And you know what? You don't have to be stupid your whole life.
No, you
Many million, you know,
can wake up at
we've
any
all
time.
we've all been there. Wake up any time, and like I said, stupidity is a choice. And if you want to change sides, get informed, learn the facts, get a lot of truth. It's people like this that are very well immersed in it, and will give you all kinds of contacts to be able to talk to themselves, resources to look at, events to go to, speakers to go to. You know, like your Dr. Alexander, is it Paul Alexander? You know, like this guy's spoken at a lot of different rallies, events. You can come see these people live.
Yep.
There's so much information out there, and you know, we just want to thank Action for Canada, the work you've done, the work you're doing, and the work you're going to do. As long as we keep these same people with
And
the
the work you guys are
same
doing.
pedigree in these organizations, it's going to be nothing but flourish.
I marched yesterday for 50
You marched?
kilometers with James Topp, and I've never been so thankful to be part of something in my life. Anyways, I gotta go.
You gotta go, but thanks
So
much
good
for
meeting
showing
you.
up.
Thank you.
So wonderful.
Awesome. Hi, buddy.
Your husband over there, and I don't want to say too much. I don't want to be on camera. We're not going to say too much. We're grateful for what this guy's done, and what she's done. Thank you. And she was wearing a Hold Fast hat. I love seeing those Hey, Nicole, you've seen them everywhere, right? Yeah, and you know, it's and you know, I'll make a disclaimer. Anyone that wears a Hold Fast hat or Hold Fast merchandise, if there's ever any crimes or grotesque things that are done with people wearing hold fast shirts representing fast, because people who hold fast stick to these high moral grounds of what the organization represents. And if you wear hold fast shirts, remember you're representing it. And if you're doing silly things, remember those people should understand that they don't represent the core values of hold fast. So let's have a quick look here. What's going on? Some things that are said. If there's any questions, there's my precious mother. She's just chatting away with us. It's awesome. Keep it up, Mom. Keep sharing, spreading. I know you are. Hold fast. Judy, Timber Traveler. Okay, that's what we read that one. Julian, Ronald E. Walker, The Fringe are of love. Yeah, you know what? Absolutely. Majorities always start from minorities. And, a lot of you out there have felt very, very alone. Um, I think of my town, North Bay, a huge freedom fighter, Michelle from Freedom Alliance, and also Alex from Stewart's Decorating, kept her store open through all the mandates, was fined thousands of dollars, massive persecution, all this stuff. And these people started and held through at hard times, went through a lot of suffering, and paved the way, like Nicole and Roy as well, and many of them. And it just ends up, everyone's going to be taking some hits for this. The larger the group grows, we go from a minority to a majority, and we're all going to have to take some licks in this. We're all going to take, wars and battles always have scars and wounds. They make us tougher, they make us stronger. You're standing definitely not alone. You are standing with many people that are going to be there, bearing the burden with you, sharing the burden with you, suffering with you, and you're going to see, great results. The stronger that we get, the more we wake people up. And I remember having Alex on top of the roof of life from the shed, and she was in tears. She was looking around, and I said, "Look, Alex, look what you were part of starting. You held fast, you stood your ground, you knew you were doing the right thing." And then she was on the shed in Ottawa, downtown Ottawa, on a Saturday, and there was just tens of thousands of people all around us. It was incredible. The view she had in front of Parliament, all these people to the left and right, front, center, all four corners, and tears came from her eyes. And many of you can be able to experience with her. And if you're new in the movement too, you're going to go through some sufferings, because truth doesn't come at anything else but a cost. And I got to witness Alex experiencing that, starting off the grassroots of this movement. And and the whole fast, people are coming out to buy our merchandise. It's awesome too. People are developing huge wardrobes. Hey, Keely, huge wardrobes, of shirts. It's great to have a great collection of a lot of our organizations, and some great sayings and memes, or statements for the movement. It's really good because we're all billboards. Actually, I got to change my shirt and get my Where's James Topp shirt. But remember, folks, these billboards are these T-shirts are billboards. Wherever you walk, people are reading your shirt. And the messaging is important. It's a way to get it out there with all the problems we're having with the censorship, and with the what's the word that they do on there? What's that word? Shadow banning. All of these ways the government is trying to really bring to a minimum what we're saying. And wearing a shirt, it says "Statements for Freedom" is a great billboard, is a great advertisement. Get your message out. So get out there, and every time you wear a shirt, wear a billboard. We're at war right now. We're at an intellectual information war. Engage with people. Wear your shirts, and your shirts are also very, very important billboards that actually even call people in. So sometimes if you're shy but you want to talk, you wear a shirt that has a very strong message on it. People will come up, what's that? Just like the bus, the bubble bus. I mean, these things are magnets. A lot of people have no idea what this bubble bus is, who Jim Kerr is, this movement. They have no clue whatsoever that this bus draws people in. And they're like, what's this about? Boom, there's an avenue for us to be able to open up dialogue, open up conversation. Sometimes you're going to get fingers, you're going to get all the stuff. That's okay. We love you. We're fighting for all our haters. So all the haters on there, I want to say to you, we love you. We know you're not awake. We know you're deceived. And we're here for you. We're fighting for you, whether you like it or not. You can't stop us. We're fighting for you too. If you're a Canadian citizen, we are fighting to be able to support you peacefully, lovingly, and we're opening our doors to you. And you notice with the government, when we don't agree with them, you get canceled, you get persecuted, you get all these things. We're not like that. So start thinking of the differences of these two sides that unfortunately have come to arise. And oftentimes division is important. And we want to be able to bring common ground though with the division, especially under our flag and our Charter of Rights. Thank you for coverage and streaming. Freedom, wash hands, hold the line, hold fast. Thank you, Eminem. Is that the Eminem rap star or another Eminem? I don't know, but it doesn't matter. You're as important as the rap star. Every human being made in God's image, you're important. Ronald Lee Walker, the fringe are of love. Yes, absolutely. The fringe are of love. And I also, you know what, Nicole and Roy gave me a beautiful gift. When you see the little shed, I want you to come to the back. I want you to look at the door, and there is a little those emblems that you see on cars about limited edition, special edition, whatever. I got one courtesy of Nicole and Roy. It's beautiful. It is fringe. You want to turn the camera? Okay, show this thing. Kelly, we're coming right back. Look at this beautiful emblem on the back here. Fringe Minority Edition. This is not just an emblem. This is what it is. We are a Fringe Minority Edition. This vehicle is. Thank you, Roy and Nicole. If there's anything, I get so many. You know what? I'm very happy it's not stolen yet. Please don't steal that. Try to get your own. It's a gift. It's very important to be on here because so many people see these vehicles. We want them to know that we're the fringe minority, transferring over to hopefully the fringe majority. So whoever commented on that fringe minority, absolutely. And it's amazing. You know what, Nicole? I want to say, every time you're on the side of injustice, oftentimes it comes back to bite you. I remember when the police in Ottawa were stealing our fuel, our gas, and everything, and it came back to bite them. It became this massive meme when all these jerry cans, everyone just came downtown with jerry cans. And then you look at the words of Trudeau, how uncalculated this man is. When he said that they're a fringe minority with unacceptable views. When you're living in lies, when you're living in deception, when you're living in a place of corruption, we will get you with loving, peaceful ways, and to be able to counteract that and to hold your words to account and to show how they have no credence. They're full of falsehood. And we've taken what he said, and we are the fringe majority with unacceptable views. And it's a shame and disgrace to this leader that he does not represent all Canadians, that he gets to pick and choose. Everything our Constitution stands for, he's standing in an absolute antithesis to it. And Justin Trudeau, I want to thank you for uniting a nation. Let's not remember what we wouldn't have in this nation without Justin Trudeau stepping up and being a complete psychopath with what he's done and the relationships that we've built, seeing the true character of Canadians being able to emanate in this has been incredible, eh?
Yeah.
There's a Canadian part for you, eh?
I know it.
And we got y'all over here, and we got A over here.
We got Bert here from Sault Ste. Marie.
We got Bert.
And Lee.
Oh, Bert.
You have your hold fast flag in your front window. That's amazing.
We missed that merch with the whole flag feeling.
Yeah.
We have. Did you? You know, actually this turned out really good. I have a Canadian flag and a whole fast flag right in the back of the shed, screwed to the top, and they're waving around. It was kind of hard to get in, so I actually.
We need to turn them around. The whole fast flag is on the wrong side.
But we'll put them in a bowl. And you look at this, Nicole. It joins hold fast and the Canadian flag very, very well together. It's very beautiful. I didn't really do this on purpose, tying it up, but I have, and now it's working. So if you're out there, come and see. You see the bubble bus and the little shed. We're together. Come out and see us. We're telling where you are. Keely's posting where we are. Come out and see us. Welcome James Topp. Have conversations. And remember, it's not always about preaching to the choir. Bring the other side out if you can. If they're in question, if they're on the fence, if they're suffering from families rejecting them for these good conscious decisions they've made, and they're suffering, whether it's financially, emotionally, spiritually, whatever, bring them out. We're here. We want to talk. We want to support you. We're going to meet lots of great people. This is like my new sister.
How are ya?
Oh.
Good, good. Did y'all just pull out of the river? Yep.
So we'll hear what happens with this guy to see if he knows what's going on here. But it's a great marketing technique and strategy, having these great vehicles out here. And when you see us, come up and say hi, chat with us, hang out, bring people out, and not just the choir, folks, not just the choir. I have my Holdfast flag in my front window. All right, nice job. I'm having a hard time reading here. It's very, very bright and all that stuff, and there's a bit of a contrast on the screen. So if I'm looking like I kind of am trying to read it. I have my Holdfast flag in my front window. Holdfast at M&M. Jane watching from Nanaimo as usual. That's BC. Love it. I'm pretty sure that Nanaimo is BC. It's also an amazing dessert. I love those desserts. I don't know if it's spelled the same. Probably not, but I do love those desserts. So that reminds me of a great dessert. So I'll just check my geography later unless you respond you are in BC. And if so, Jane, did you get out to see James when he was walking through BC? A question for you. Watching from Cortis. There's another one. You're going to have to tell me where that is. Holdfast Sam and his sugar tooth. Yeah. I've walked into that one. Yep. Yeah, I always like a little bit of sweets, to say the least. Yeah, and Nanaimo bars. Yes, is in BC. Okay, perfect. Remember also, while we love our neighbors, our Americans, a lot of them are going through what we're going through. Get this stuff shared. Get it into the States. Get it everywhere. Use our hashtag, Who's James Topp. Very, very important. So it's about 45 minutes east of Toronto. Okay, so in the Peterborough. So you must eat at. Melissa must eat at Peterburger. So the smash burger, Keely, you see there. Talk about sweet tooths. I also have a sense of taste for Peterburgers. Uh, let's keep that place alive. Great people suffer for you. Um, yeah. And get to Peter Burgers, go see Roy. Great staff down there. I have a smash burger. Who else works there? I think there's a Sam that works there. Daughter. Great staff down there. Great food. Just an amazing restaurant. When you go inside of Peter Burgers as well, you know what? These people just open up their walls for signatures. You get to sign the wall, say a little saying. It's a beautiful atmosphere. There's like guitar lights. Yeah, guitar lights. There's all kinds of rock stars all over the walls. Great atmosphere. Very central downtown Peterborough. There's a deck out there too. It's amazing restaurant, and I just hope this thing stays alive. And I also agree with whoever commented earlier. It'd be nice to see it mobile as well. 30 minutes from Peterborough. Awesome. We are. Where did Dana go? I hope James didn't walk by. Did James walk by and we missed it? Hey Nicole, did Dana leave or what's?
Yeah, he's gonna go and grab some drinks. And
How far is James?
he's still a little ways away. He has stopped for lunch, and then I think he's on the road again. I'm just gonna check my signal here and see if I got nothing. Yeah, they must be.
You're doing good. So, folks, we're dealing with
I gotcha.
a couple different sciences here.
No sound. No sound.
We're dealing with communications, big science of it. There's also the science of bubbles.
Can you see where James is at on the map there?
Yeah, sure.
And,
It's just, it's hot as shit out here, man.
oh, there we go. And that's a municipality of some sort, or I don't know, that they give a big honk if I've seen that. Bubble lingo out there, folks, is one of the words is BPM.
Any plans for James and freedom fighters to visit the corrupt CBC while in Ottawa, 181 Ottawa Street? No, I don't think that James is going to be doing anything along those lines. I think he's very focused to make sure that it's a time of celebration and not so much a time of protest. So,
Nicole, they had a lot of opportunity to go to him.
To go to CBC?
No, for them to go to James.
Oh, yeah.
All across Canada. They're all over Canada. These guys have vehicles. They're driving everywhere. James GPS. There is no excuse at all that they could not go to James. He's kind of busy. And he'll give you the time if you go to him.
Yeah,
No
I think
excuse.
it was for more for protests outside is what I think I'm picking up from you. Yeah, so is everybody okay? Is it streaming all right? We've been on this stream for an hour and 45 minutes. It's crazy. Is he still at the resting spot?
It's like 10 kilometers.
I'm wondering what.
It was 5 an hour ago. His GPS is acting a little wacky. You know where?
That's what I was a little bit concerned about. It didn't seem to make a whole lot of sense, but that's all right.
Maybe he's past us.
No.
No.
The way that guy moves, maybe he jumped in a river and swam down the Muskrat Creek River or something. This guy's a machine, man.
Yeah, I think he just stopped for lunch. I know he had some people joining him today.
2 hours. 2 hours. 12 minutes.
You know, and I think too, if James would
Seriously?
swim a little bit, he's not making
Yellow,
sense.
can you clarify that? Because if these 2 hours and 15 minutes away still, I'm fitting to jump in the truck and move down a little bit closer.
That doesn't seem right. Something must be stopped because we were 10 kilometers. We were 14 kilometers. I handed my truck from him like 2 hours ago. Something's not lining up here. Unless he's been stopped for a while. And I know what, Nicole, too, James is not really in a rush.
No, he's really ahead of schedule right now.
Ahead of schedule. So if they do spare a bit of the heat, whether they walk it today or another day, it doesn't really matter. They still have to walk it. And if they are taking a break, maybe in this dense peak of the day heat, it does make sense why, because he's going to have to walk it anyways. If you're going to keep going right now, Nicole, 50K a day, he's probably going to end up like way past Ottawa.
Oh yeah.
By the time the 30th comes, so we don't want him to like, overkill, overshoot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you noticed, everyone's seen the shed before. Thanks to Dan, we got a hatch from a boat that we were using as our skylight in the shed. So I think, Keely, we got holes outside for all 4 directions, so you get a good breeze up there, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Good breeze.
Nice and cool in here.
Nice and cool. And the roof is insulated very well too. And I don't know if you also noticed, we have the best damn roof on here. The best damn roof.
That's right.
I don't know where Josh is, and he's definitely stirring it up with our oppositions, doing great stuff.
It's a nice breeze.
And we'll probably see Josh in Ottawa for James.
All right, guys, I think I'm going to sign off here now so that I can, I figured he would have been here by now. I can't see what time it is because it's telling me that I'm live. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off he's 11 kilometers away. Yeah, so he's still 2 hours away. So maybe we will wait for Mr. Peaceman to get back and then maybe move up a little bit, because this is crazy hot being at a standstill.
Is James moving? Like, can you tell if the GPS is still or moving?
Well, I mean, even if he's moving, he's still 2 hours away.
Yeah.
So roughly 11 kilometers away. All right, I'm going to sign off here, guys. I will go live again in a little while. And we'll just do the same thing. I think this is working, and we're just going to stay live, and you guys can see what's going on and tune in whenever you want and tune out whenever you want. So, yeah, we'll talk to y'all soon.
You can go check out that great interview I had with Randy on Freedom on Facebook. Is it on Facebook now? Freedom Tour Facebook. You'll see me talking with Randy from Action for Canada. Great interview. We had a lot of fun. We got to know each other on camera. It was really unique. So you got a chance.
Yep, for sure. And make sure to go on to the Hold Fast YouTube page. If you like the live streams, you can subscribe. We're a little less shadow banned on there, so you'll be able to hopefully get a notification. And yeah, hit that subscribe button. All right, take care. Bye.